Well, it's not really a good thing to do this when you're upset about the situation. It's not good to talk about a situation that you're upset about to the person. You need somebody else to do this for you, but you can't afford it.
Hey guys, so I'm so sorry that I gave you the intake number, not my direct line. That was so silly of me. I apologize.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
As soon as I got your message, I thought, oh my gosh, Gary. So I apologize for that, yeah.
well, thanks for doing that.
No problem. And I literally just left my office for a minute, and I came back and I'd seen you called, and so I emailed you right away, but you must not have got it right away.
Yeah, well, no, I actually, I just procrastinating, I guess, and that's
okay.
anyway.
That's okay. So, can you just give me, all I got was just a little snippet from the Ombudsman's office just about a concern you had in relation to, I think it was when you were here at House 10, the mental health unit? Am I understanding? Okay. So can you just kind of give me your story and when you were here and kind of what happened, just so I have a little bit more detail?
Yeah, so the RCMP picked me up. They took me to the Weyburn General Hospital. Then they took me over to Tatagwa Center. Tatagwa Center kept me there for 8 days. Every time that I said, well, I'd like to leave, they said, you can't leave, we're going to involuntarily commit you. And I said, well, okay, commit me then. And every time I said, right from the first hour, even when I was at Weyburn General Hospital, I said, I'd like to contact a lawyer as soon as possible. And so they never let me phone a lawyer. I put in written requests to talk to a lawyer. I asked to leave 2 or 3 times a day, pleasantly, politely. I put in written requests to leave. The doctor said, you're not going to leave, I'm going to commit you. I said, okay, commit me then. That way I can talk to a lawyer. So he wouldn't commit me. That way I had no legal way to ensure my rights. So that was the biggest problem, is that I either should have been committed or I should have been able to talk to a lawyer. And I should have been able to leave of my own free will. And every time I went to leave, they'd say, no, you can't leave, we're going to phone the police. And I'd say, okay, please phone the police. And then they wouldn't phone the police. And it was all day like that. And I said, when I want to phone a lawyer, I said, I'd like to phone a lawyer. And they'd say, oh, in half an hour. And then it was all day like that.
Okay.
So I was denied access to a lawyer, and I was held and treated against my will. When a doctor came in and he said, I've prescribed you medications. I said, what happened? We didn't even talk about that. And he said, you're not taking these medications, I'm going to strap you down and inject you. I said, well, strap me down and inject me then. And they just kept threatening me like that. They said, we're going to call the police. I said, call the police then. I was not making a scene. I wasn't being violent. I wasn't being threatening in any way. And so they wouldn't do any of these things that they threatened to do to me, because that would definitely be a real violation of my rights. On top of detaining me illegally. So they coerced me into taking medication. I didn't want to take the medication. It was against my will. But I took the medication just because I felt so threatened and intimidated. And then the fact that I was held there for 8 days, wow, I thought I was in Russia. I thought, what's going on? I can't even get in contact with a lawyer. I can't get in contact with anyone. It was impossible. They wouldn't even allow me to phone a lawyer. So, and on top of it all, my door was wide open. The RCMP left my door wide open, and it was, 30 below, and it was a snowstorm that week. So my heat was running full speed, and I have a $1,200 power bill for that time. And I kept telling the doctor, I said, look, the RCMP left my door open. Somebody has to go over there and shut my door at least. Something has to go on. And he said, oh, the RCMP put a board over your door. Yeah, well, they did put a board over my door, but it was wide open. And if I would have been back there within 3 days, which 72 hours, which a committal would have done, because and even the doctor agreed, he was just, it was use of authority and abuse of authority by the doctor, and it was the RCMP that I said I'd like to be arrested. The healthcare workers avoided having the RCMP come and arrest me. And then when the RCMP finally did arrest me, they held me for only 45 minutes and let me go. So the whole healthcare thing was the travesty of everything. Because RCMP, when they did, they were totally fair. They let me go within 45 minutes. So it was the healthcare workers that are totally wrong, 100%.
But would they have been taking their direction then from the police? Because if you were brought...
Well, see, I think that's what it was. It's collusion. Because I put in complaints against the RCMP, and I think it was collusion or how do you say, abuse of authority of the RCMP that they put pressure on the healthcare workers. Yes, I would 100% agree with that. And so I'm finding that the healthcare workers are at fault for giving in. They should have said no. Come and arrest him. They should have pushed me out the door and said, he's standing out front, come and arrest him. They should have had more responsibility for their own selves, so they are totally at fault for acquiescing. You cannot violate someone else's rights because you feel pressure. I can't go down the street and start ranting and raving and kicking the shit out of people. You know, that's tantamount to what that is. You can't violate someone else's rights because you feel threatened. You can't do that, and they were in collusion with the RCMP to falsely detain me for 8 days.
I'm likely going to have to involve the manager of House 10 just because of the legalities of all of this. If you're brought in by the RCMP, those kind of things. So,
and I have notes of all this, but they're in Fillmore I wrote on, I think it was 30 to 50 pages of notes of every detail that happened.
Okay.
And the names and times. So I don't have my notes in front of me here. I'm in Regina. So.
Okay. So I'm thinking, if that's okay with you, I think the manager is the one who needs to follow up with you in regards to these issues, just because she would have been involved and she would understand better probably what the situation is.
And when I was leaving there, the nurse, as I was leaving, she looked so worried about what was going on. She was afraid. And I said to her, you have nothing to be afraid of. I said, don't worry about it. I said, it's the RCMP that are doing this. And you should have seen the look on her face. She was worried. She was nervous, shaking, like you could tell by her body language that she knew that they had violated my rights. And I said, don't worry about it, because I don't hold people responsible, only the people that are responsible. And it was collusion. And everyone, not one of those healthcare workers should have agreed to that. They should have said, you're leaving. They should have said, you're getting out of here right now. The RCMP can deal with you. But there was pressure by a bunch of bullies. The RCMP are at fault. And the healthcare worker, definitely, as a healthcare, I'm holding you guys responsible. I'm talking to a lawyer. He wants to serve you with the letter to demand. Okay. So I'm just telling you guys in advance. But I mean, I shouldn't have said that. He told me not to tell you. But I really feel that the root should be solved here. That's what it should get down to. Who did what and why. And I'll tell you, I know my rights were violated. No, there's no disputing that.
So with your permission then, I can follow up with the manager and who I need to in regards to the share and those kind of things, because like I said, I think those need to be involved. Can you give me the time frame when you were there?
March 1st until I think it was the 8th or the 9th. But it was March 1st, it was the day that I got there.
Okay. Do you have your house number?
250.
Whoa, baby.
77.
So there's no number that we can contact you. It would have to go through email for you to follow up.
Just my email. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
I just don't have a phone. I really can't afford it.
No, that's okay. So I will do some follow-up then, because I think it's probably most appropriate for the manager to follow up with you, just because she was involved and she's the manager of the facility. So I think that's probably the most appropriate, just to see if we can rectify some of these concerns that you have. So with your permission, I will do that, and then I will just have an email sent out to you then, so that you can follow up and contact when you're available. Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Have a great day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and if they think that if they think that this is the end of it, it's not the end. It's never going to be over. I am going to get money out of them. I don't care how it is, but I'm going to get money out of them. Check or cash. I think cash would be more appropriate. I don't really like banks. Not into banks. Sorry, yes, I am being facetious. And yeah,